would appear that we have Salamangreat out here, of all things, a 60-card pile of Manadium agents. I can't even make this stuff up. Don't make 30% of you that have not smashed the elevator crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so you guys don't miss out. More Oz content. This is a pretty cool Salamangreat deck here. Actually kind of sporting off some of the new support. I see that we are playing Salamangreat Charge in here as well, and we are playing some new Hida in here as well. Hida's a pretty interesting card when it comes to this. It lets you discard this card and one other fire monster. Add a fire monster with a higher attack than the other card discarded to be able to toggle. So it searches for effectively something, well, as long as the stats are good, you get something higher from the deck, which is actually kind of cool. So we have triple copies of Ash, Blossom, and Joyspring. We have 2 copies of DD Crow, 1 copy of Doggeron, the Mad Flame Kaiju. We have 2 copies of Droll Knockbird, 1 Ghost Spell. We also have 2 copies of Hida, the Fire Channeler, with triple Maxi. We have 1 copy of Falco with 2 copies of Foxy, 2 Gazelle with 1 Jack Jaguar. We have 1 copy of Mir. We have 2 copies of Spinny. We have 1 copy of Tiger, and then we have 1 Weasel. We have 2 Called by the Griff, 1 Crossout, your 1 Sign Up Mining with your 1 Salamangreat Charge. We got triple copies of Circle, 1 copy of Sanctuary, 1 Will, and we have 2 Imperm, 1 Rage, and 2 Roar. Then we have 1 Update Jammer, 1 copy of Transcode Talker with 1 Splash Mage, 2 Sunlight Wolf, 2 copies of the Raging Phoenix. This card is actually really, really good for this deck. We have 2 Balonix. We also have 1 Link Decoder, 1 Firewall, 1 Heat Soul, 1 Axis Machine, 1 Rochdale, and 1 Baron. Side deck here we have 1 Durosworm, 1 Magna Hut. We also have 2 Phantasme, 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 Nibiru, 2 Ribble Cosmic Cyclone, 1 Red Reboot, 1 Skill Drain, and 2 copies of Solemn Judgment here. Wrapping up the powerhouse that is the Salamangreat pile. Next up here we have what is going to be referred to as Manadium Angel, the pile. Now, when I first saw this, I was like, what in the world combination of ideas have we brought to the table here? Like, what kind of madness do we have to unfold here for this to, like, be one of the most amazing things that you can actually unfold with here? And I think this is definitely an idea. Is it a good one? I don't know, but it looks like it works. So we have triple copies of Ash, Blossom, and Joyspring, 1 Durosworm with 1 Magna Hut. We have 1 DD Crow with 1 Diviner of the Herald, triple copies of Droll Knockbird with 1 Prisma. We have 1 Ava with 2 copies of Ghost Ogre. We also have 1 Herald of Orange Light, 1 Majesty Hyperion with 1 Meek. We also have triple Riem Heart, triple copies of Maxi with 2 Plague Spitter. We also have 1 Reinhardt with triple Venus. We have 1 Neptune with 2 copies of Vices. We also have triple copies of Shine Ball, triple copies of A Hero Lives, 2 copies of Called by the Grave, 1 Designator, 1 Foolish Brill, triple copies of Absention, 2 copies of Calarium, 1 Rectophobia. We have 1 Rhoda, 1 copy of Arrival, 2 copies of Grief, 1 Talents, 2 Thrust, 1 Barrier, and then we have triple Imperm, and 1 copy of Reframing. We also have 1 copy of Sprint, 1 Lightheart, with 1 Agent of the Moon. We have 1 Cross Sheep with 1 Baguski, 1 Gigantic Sprite with 1 copy of Vices. And then we also have 1 Crimson Dragon, your 1 Master Flare, your 1 Cupid Pitch, your 1 Chaos Angel, your 1 Dispater, your 1 Baron, and 2 copies of Vicious Shroud here. Wrapping up another interesting take for what's kind of unfolding the meta here. Next up here, wow, these piles really go hard. This is super heavy Skull Servants with a Synchro Punk package. We really just are throwing all of these absurd engines together, I guess? So we have triple copies of Ash, Blossom, and Joyspring, 2 copies of Assault Synchro, 1 copy of the DD Crow with triple copies of Droll Knockbird. We have 1 Effect Veiler with 1 Fairy Tale Snow, 2 copies of Jet Synchron, 1 copy of Junk Converter with 1 Junk Synchron. We also have 1 copy of the Kawakuri Shinkoshi, 1 King of the Skull Servants, triple Maxi with your 1 Mizuki. We also have 1 Deer Note, 1 Foxy Tomb with 1 Xiamen. We have 1 Gamma with 1 Revolution Synchron, triple copies of Shiranui Solitaire with 2 Stardust Synchron. We also have one Stardust Trail with your one Big Venki, triple Bike, triple Wakashi, one copy of Scales, two Soul Piercer with one Lady in White, triple copies of Unizombie, your one White Baking with your one White Mare, one White Prince, one Driver, one Skull Servant, two Called By, one Crossout Designator, two E-Telly, one for one Illumination, and two Bricks. Then we have one Scarecrow with one Baguski, one copy of Trishula, one Stardust, one Omega with your one Burrito. We also have one Junk Speeder, one copy of Jet Warrior, one Immortal Dragon, one Hot Red Dragon, one Chaos Ruler, one Dissipator, one Baron, one Excel, and one Excel Synchro Stardust. Then we have two copies of Eccentric, one DD Crow, one Effect Veiler, two Ghost Ogre, two Kurikara, one Mudora, two Nibiru, triple Epsilon, and one copy of Radion here. Wrapping up, well, your powerhouse pile. Next up, oh my gosh. There's so many piles. Okay, well, this is Phantom Knights with a slight Mikanko package in it because it's Warrior. I'm just sticking into this. We have one Alich with triple Ash, two copies of Seer, triple Jackalope with your triple Tsuchinoko. I also have one Farfa, one Ghost Ogre with two copies of Graph, one copy of Hare, one Huli, and then we also have one Renault, one copy of Libic, triple copies of Maxi. We also have one copy of Skarm, two copies of your Ancient Cloak, one Ragged Gloves with your triple copies of Silent Boots, one copy of Stained Greaves, triple Torn Scales with triple copies of Tour Guide. We also have triple Allure, two copies of Called by the Grip, one Crossout, your one DDR, your one Foolish Bro, triple Droplet. Hey, Cashiers. I mean, it's around, but like it's not doing a lot. You also have your one copy of the Mayo Wadashi, 1, 2, 3 Water Aberraske, two Grass, one Spirited Away, triple Fogblade, one Wing, and one Shade Brigadine. Then we have one copy of Rusty, one Isolde, one IP, one Dehark, one Cherubini, one Apple, one Axis Code, your one Phantom Mates Breaksword, Utopic Future, Utopic Future Draco, Rongo Reminiad, Baguski, Bamboozling, two Livier, and one Zeus. Then we have one Jerusalem, your one Magna Hut, triple Droll, two Nibiru, one Dark Hole, one Feather Duster, two Talents, two Thrust and Evilly, and one Red Reboot here, wrapping up your Phantom Knight pile. Next up here, wow. This is literally just evil Lightsworn with Necroface and Fairy Tale Snows. Yeah, they're trying to do like a mill out shenanigans-esque style of deck here. And I think this is kind of cute. So we have one copy of Agito, one copy of Mazara the Ghoul. We also have one Chaos Valkyria with triple copies of Fairy Tale Snow. We have one copy of Felis with one copy of Giant Rex. We have one Herald of Orange Light with one Finner. Also have one copy of Kelbeck, one Keldo, and one Mudora. I have triple copies of the Little Necroface with a one Trick Clown. Also have two Raiden, one Revolution, one Tier Elements Cashier, one Shayren, and triple copies of Wolf. Then we have one copy of Foolish Barrel, one Card Destruction with your triple copies of Charge, one Foolish Barrel Goods with one Raceloth, one Paralenio, one Set Rotation, two Solar Recharge, one Terraforming, one Blackout, and one Solic. And then we have one Zeroboros, one Saruja with one Lina. We have one Unicorn, one Curious with one Ashima, one Appaloosa, we have one Zombie Vampire, one Dugaris, your one Baguski, your one Minerva, your one Tsukiyome, your one Kagetsuchi, your one Chaos Roller, and your one AFD. And then it looks like we have some cool Droll Knockbirds, some cool Maxi, two Ash Blossom, triple Nibiru, one Feather Duster, two Called by the Grave, and one Red Reboot here. Wrapping up, well, some more meta for you. And last, but certainly not least, we have another take here for the Illusion friends here. And I will say, I've definitely enjoyed having these little guys be covered here. And we're actually playing some Obedience Schooled here. Man, they're really getting innovative out here. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom, Joy Spring, triple copies of Baphomet, the Great Wings, triple copies of Cornfield, Corator. We have two Droll with triple Gazelle, one copy Ghost Mourner, one Ogre, one copy Hopier, one Kalanisto. And then we have triple Maxi, one Caddy, one Puppy, triple copies of Mere Swordsman, one Nibiru, two Called By, triple Chimera Fusion, one Crossout, triple schooled, 1 small world, 1 talents, and 2 imperm. Then we have 1 joyous Melfies, 1 stardust, 1 merry Melfies, 1 herald, 1 baron, and 1 copy of Excel. Then we have 1 magnum, 1, 2, 3 guardian chimera, triple chimera, the Phantom Beast King, and 2 copies of the Illusion Magical Beast. Then we have 1 DD Crow, your 1 Ghost Bell, your 1 Kurikara, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Pot of Prosperity, 1 Raigeki, 1 Thrust, 2 Barrier, 2 Evenly Matched, 1 Red Reboot, and 2 copies of Solemn Judgment here, wrapping up your chunk of particular good stuff out here. So, what do you guys think? Please, leave a comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.